Welcome back, awesome people, to Cocktails and Consoles. It's Melissa, and in today's episode, we are blowing up the Death Star. We have a very special cocktail for you guys, inspired by Star Wars, and celebrating a pretty awesome event. So to kick us off, if you guys are fans of Star Wars The Old Republic, these fine gentlemen and myself have a Thursday community live stream where we play Star Wars The Old Republic, and you can come play with us too. All our information is in the top banner. Everyone is welcome to join. Ken from Retro Millennia hosts us, that fine gentleman somewhere here in the corner wherever I put people. So Ken, tell us a little bit about how the community live stream got started.
Well, originally it was just me wanting to play the game. I've loved that game since it came out. Me and my brother played it a bunch, and it's always been a pretty fun game. They've been adding more content recently, so I was like, this is a great opportunity to try to get a stream going for this. So originally, I started on just Tuesday. I was like, okay, let's do this. I'll call it Tour Tuesday. Awesome. Most people probably won't get it, but it's Star Wars The Old Republic, so Star Wars Tour. So it's Tuesday, or Tour Tuesday, but now it is Toursday because we switch it to Thursday for better scheduling for other things that we have at Retro Millennia. So originally it was just me, and then Cocktails was like, oh great, I play this too, we should totally play this. I was like, great, let's do that. We can play it together. I've never really had people to play this game with, so let's do it. So after that we played a little bit, and Rack was like, whoa, you guys are playing this? Let's get a group going and start playing submissions. So from there we just kept going, and we were like, we could really use another player. Danny was gonna join, but this type of game just isn't his cup of tea. Rob was gonna join. He really enjoyed playing the game, but his busy schedule wasn't really meshing with what we were trying to do. So Cocktails recommended Gamer Pop over there. He's been a gamer for a long time and has just more recently been getting into gaming. So that's how we got this 4-person group going.
Awesome. So if you haven't met him yet, Gamer Papa Playing is a gentleman in the corner holding the cutest friggin' baby I think I've ever seen. So you may know him as Gamer Papa Playing. He also goes by the name of Anthony. So Anthony, what got you into YouTube?
It was you. You came over and were like, hey, you should do YouTube. I'm 100% sure those were exact words.
Whoops.
My wife thanks you for all the time it's lost.
Sorry, Desi. Well, your channel is a pretty interesting premise. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, basically it's about a dad who's trying to play video games. I haven't played video games in close to 6 years, maybe like a few here and there where I was like, I have 10 minutes. No, I don't. And then Mel came over and I was like, I really miss these games. So I started playing them and I was like, I really can't. 1, because I'm terrible at so many games, but 2, because she won't let me, as you see. This is where she sits when I play.
Look at that smile.
And she will hit my keyboard and move my mouse and literally get us killed. And I wanted to share that. I wanted to share playing games with her, but I also wanted to play games in general and join Mel and some other people on YouTube. So I figured it was a fun ride between getting all the equipment and trying to figure out audio visual, which I haven't done. I haven't done it all, but we'll see where we go.
Well, Rack, as a fellow dad gamer, I really have to hand it off to you for coming up with just an awesome idea. So to give you guys some context, when I started YouTube, a lot of what pushed me to do it was watching the bigger YouTubers doing charity live streams, which I thought was so cool. That they didn't have to do it. They were making tons of money off YouTube, but they used what YouTube made them into something better. And it just inspired the hell out of me, and that's why as part of doing YouTube, I always wanted to get into a charity live stream. And thanks to this gentleman over here, we are now doing our first ever Star Wars The Old Republic 24-hour live stream for charity.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Indeed. Tell us more about it. Like, how did you get the idea to do it?
Well, I mean, we've talked off and on about doing charity streams when we're bigger and everything like that. You know, it's obviously something that every one of us has thought about. And I don't know, one night we were talking about it, talking about, oh, this would be cool if we could do. And I got to thinking about a friend of mine who I recently just got to reconnect with because I got to move down here to California. But I got to thinking about a situation that he's going through, and he's actually been hit with Parkinson's at a really early age for it.
That's rough.
And it's hit him really hard in the last 6 years. I mean, it stopped him from, continuing his work career as a chef. It stopped him from doing a lot of things as a musician. And it's just really bad that all these treatments that he's tried have all failed. Mm-hmm. Well, now he's sitting in this position where there's one treatment that has a potential to really help him out, if not fix the situation completely.
That's awesome.
It's a very invasive surgery. Yeah, it's there's a lot of details that go into it. But he needs to raise $20,000 in order to do this because it's not covered by insurance yet in the United States. Mm-hmm. And he's had this GoFundMe going for this thing for about a year now, and I've been watching this thing, and I'm like, he's been stuck at $1,250 on this thing for so long, still trying to work to take care of his daily life and try to raise money for this. And I'm like, that money hasn't once left this GoFundMe. This is obviously something he is dead set on. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, well, all the things he's done for me over the years, getting me jobs and stuff like that, just tons of stuff this man has done for me. What can I do to maybe, help out a little bit more? And the idea just came out. Let's do a live stream and try to raise some money for this surgery. What else could we do,
Mm-hmm. That is so awesome, and I'm so excited for it.
Right.
It's going to be so much fun.
I'm excited about it just because he told me what the surgery actually involves, and it's fucking cool.
No kidding.
Yeah, apparently it involves a couple of defibrillators, wiring running up into your brain, and then it's like a Parkinson's Be Good stick.
Huh, no kidding.
Oh,
Parkinson starts acting up and making him twitch out. It shocks his brain into acting right.
Wow, that's impressive.
At least that's the way he explained it to me, and I'm like, that's fucking cool. You're going to be part cyborg. Let's fucking do it.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, would it be awful if I said it? But thank God you would say
I said it to him
Thank
too,
God
and I
he
was
beat
waiting
you
for
to
a
it.
terrible reaction. He just looks at me and goes, I know, right? So I'm like, yes.
That's great that he's so
He
cool
is.
about it.
He's incredibly cool about it. So he's also given me permission during the stream that I'm gonna have a webpage set up and everything like that, where I'm gonna randomly be playing songs from his old band that he just left. So you're gonna get to hear his lyrical work and everything like that. He's a big heavy metal musician, great stuff. So that'll be playing randomly throughout the stream. I believe him and his girlfriend are going to be bouncing in and out of the chat with us that night. They're really excited about this project. We've done a lot of talking about it. So yeah, we're just kind of hoping to raise as much of that money as we can and maybe make a healthy dent into what he does need to still come up with. So yeah, it's just, I even put myself overdrawn this month by donating to the cause directly.
Aww.
So it's
You're
been
such a good guy.
just doing what I can, and yeah, I didn't think things out correctly, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. Well, I did a good thing, and I'm not leaving my house for the rest of the month.
Poor guy. But yeah, we are so excited to be able to offer this to you guys. If you guys just want to come hang out with us, that's awesome. We're going to be there Saturday, January 20th from noon to Sunday, January 21st to noon, 24 hours straight. Come hang out. If you like to donate, that's awesome. We'll have links we're doing this on everyone's channel. So links will be there for you guys to donate. Anything and everything is so much appreciated. And if you just want to hang out, more than welcome to as well. And if you like to come play with us, again, server info will be below. Come hang out with us. We are a lot of fun. I'll say it.
We have a lot of fun. I don't know if we are fun, but we have a lot.
Yeah, we'll be starting at that raging level 1. So
Because it's Star Wars, of course, not just any cocktail would do. And because this is a charity live stream, I wanted to go above and beyond for this one. So we are making a cocktail that I'm calling A New Hope, because I like to think that this charity is giving a new hope for your friends, and we'll love to do more of these. And it's just good to know that someone out there is trying. We may not raise, all the money that he needs, but I'm sure, it's nice to feel like you're never alone.
Right.
So, what could be more fun than to actually blow up the Death Star? So, I'm going to teach you guys a little trick here. So, what's currently big now in the bartending world is making a cocktail and putting it in a sphere. Now, this one's giving me a little bit of troubles just because of the balancing act here. But in order to do this, all you need to do is fill up a sphere, ice mold. You want to freeze it as normal for an hour and a half. Then you flip it upside down and freeze it for another hour and a half, and then take it out. Now, depending on your freezer settings, you may have to go a little more, a little less, but you want to make sure that the outside is frozen and the inside is still liquid. Then, all you need to do is take something that you can heat up with some hot water, and then you just drill into the top to make a hole. And then all you need to do is drain out the water, and you can keep these in your freezer, and you've got a bunch to use. Now, you're gonna have to move it pretty quickly because, again, there's only like a thin sheet of ice. So, how we're gonna do this is we're gonna make the base first. Now, for our base, I have here 75 ounces of a ginger liqueur mixed with 25 ounces of Frangelico. So, it's
Ginger and hazelnut, nice.
Yeah, so because we are going to be using cream, you have to be really careful about what you add into a cocktail. Alcohol is by nature acidic. You want to make sure that whatever cream that you're using has a high fat content. Otherwise, the cream is going to separate and it's going to look a mess. So we're using half and half for this. So we're going to take our mixture here and pour it into our shaker. There we go. And to that, I'm adding 1 ounce of a pretty neutral flavored rum. And a little bit of our cream. And now the trick is to be able to pour this around the base of our cocktail. Now it may float and it may move around a little bit. You just got to work with it a little. It may not want to sit up straight, which it's not wanting to do right now. But I'll come back and I'll fix that. So to that, we are adding, because we are playing Alliance, I found blue cream soda. I was so happy that I found it because I did not want to have to use blue curacao. So if you guys have watched this channel, you know my frustrations with trying to make any drink that's blue. Yes.
I remember how angry you were with the Just Respond cocktail.
The curacao worked in that one, but I just didn't want to have a cocktail have its hands tied, and that if it's blue, then it has to taste like curacao. So if you can't find blue cream soda, just buy any cream soda, just put a dash of blue food coloring. So we're going to take our meat extractor. Yeah, this is intense.
That's one way to do it.
Baster.
There we go. And then we're going to fill the whole of our cocktail.
Well, Ken's got a green screen behind him. We can insert anything
could.
behind it.
I'm gonna get creative with it before I send it.
Oh, now it's sitting perfectly.
You know, what'd be fitting is if you put the halls of
And
the
there you
Death Star
go.
behind you.
Yeah, I was thinking something Star Wars themed. Ooh.
And now,
Yeah.
Yeah, show that again. Oh, why did it switch
The,
to Ken's screen?
the
Oh,
very
Ken.
first This Week in Rack I record after I get my green screen, I'm just going to have the 10-hour Darth Vader burning pyre behind me.
so now, for the fun part, and be a little careful with this. You get to break.
It won't break.
Nice.
Yay.
Thank you.
My thought was, did she just break something with a crack pipe?
You don't put your crack pipe in the alcohol. Liquid and heat do not mix.
You're teaching our viewers bad things.
This is basic science.
It's
So
alcohol.
the colors
And
should
science.
blend once it's released, so you'll have that nice blue down at the base and a little bit of white up at the top. And
That's awesome.
be careful, because depending on the thickness of the sphere, you may need to use a little bit of force. Again, this is all for show. You can make it without filling up the ice cube. Do it as you like.
Melissa is a vicious Jedi. She's drinking the dead bodies of Imperial soldiers.
They blew up a fucking planet!
Not all of them. Some of them
They
were just
deserved it?
janitors.
What do you have against the facilities workers?
Why are you turning against me?
I guarantee you, some of them workers had children in daycare on board.
What about the guy in IT whose job it was to keep the lights blinking? I mean,
Those
he
are
didn't know they were
important
gonna blow
lights.
up a planet.
So for those of you guys who are out there who are like, I'd like to do a community stream, if you're a woman, have more women in your group, because otherwise you get this shit going on.
Well, that's also partially your fault, because you walked into that first stream like, yeah, I'm just like a dude. No, you're not.
You know what? You know what? This group is basically 4 dudes, except one of us has breasts
Right.
and no penis.
Which makes her like the coolest dude in the group.
Yeah, she is so much cooler. Yeah.
I love these guys. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and thank you guys as well. This has been so much fun. It's always a pleasure
It's always a
doing
blast.
these cocktails with you guys. So,
There you go. I'll give you a Buddy Christ.
awesome. Thank you guys so much, and hope to see you guys on the charity live stream. And if you want to come hang with us on a regular Taurus day, love to have you there too. From all of us to you guys, thank you so much, and we hope to see you guys at the live stream. Cheers!
Much. Bye.
Cheers.